Guys, there is an actual cost to waiting, okay? And not a lot of us are talking about it because that just one more minute, one more hour, one more month, one more week mentality, one more year is going to keep us stuck forever. Oh, believe me, I know. I know because I feel like I'm freshly out of that. But you know, we're always growing, okay? But I wanted to talk about that. But before I do, let me introduce myself. Hello, everyone. My name is Branson. I'm an actor, singer, songwriter, dancer, influencer, and everything else in between. And I really wanted to make this because somebody needs to hear it. Somebody, I just know because I think that we're in the digital age of where everyone is on social media and we're posting our best selves. And you know, it's not that social media is not fun anymore, because you know it's definitely still fun, but we're all so polished now. We're all so like everything is so tea. But you know, back in the days, they me saying that like I'm literally 1,000 years old. But no, you know, you can just, what happened to like, you know, a cute like Instagram post, just like, you know, we just doing stuff. That there was a time. Okay. Anyways, back to the topic of this video though. So the cost of waiting. The first reason I feel that a lot of people wait is because waiting is safe. When you've been doing something that you've been doing, it's very comfortable. It's very comfortable to really just stay in that and stay stuck up in that cycle. And that is what I don't want for us. Okay, I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. I don't want that for anyone. Because when you've been doing the same habits and the same patterns and nothing has changed, nothing is really going the way that we want it to go, something needs to switch up. Something needs to change. And I'll give you guys an example of this. Last year, I was talking to my friends. I was saying, look, I want to do more auditions. I need to be on the camera. I yearn to do the craft of art, the acting. I yearn to be a different character, somebody that's not me. What can I do? And they were like, Branson, we'll have you, got the audition websites and ads, made your profile, started submitting. And I was like, well, no. And the reason at that time was because I was freshly out of college, so I was doing a lot. Like I was so used to the theater way of just going to the casting call, or somebody posting the casting, and then you being able to just audition in person and do that. But the film world is very digital, very much self-tape, very much set up your camera, blank wall, and action. But as soon as I started hearing that in my head from people saying, hey, look, you need to do this, I was like, okay. And it was one conversation in particular with a friend that really made me realize, like, you know what? Yeah. And it was like such a random conversation. And then after that, that's when I made my profile. That's when I started uploading making the profile. Then I got my headshots, and then I started submitting auditions. And fast forward to a year later, done a few projects. And when projects come out, you guys will be the first to know. But that is because I took those steps into stop waiting and stop saying, okay, look, something's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. Because the reality is, you gotta make it happen. And in every book that I listen to, like I love a good audiobook and even read too, because like I've been in my little reading bag, okay, because I'm trying to get more physical. I have a book behind me actually. And we're trying every day, we're trying a little bit better. But every book that I always listen to or read is literally the same information about how you have to make things happen. We can't just put it off, because putting it off is costing our future selves. It's hurting our future selves, because our current version, the version that I am right now, the version that you are watching this video, we're comfortable and we're very at ease. We're just zen, not even zen, because we know what we want, but we're at a moment of just, it is what it is. We're doing this thing. Versus the future the more you prolong it, the more you're hurting them, because they want to do good. They want to be the best they can be. But it starts with me and you. And that's why we have to start. That's why we have to get this show on the road, okay? We can't keep having these, okay, you know what? We'll do it tomorrow. We'll start this day. Because I've seen that so many times within myself, and especially within people that I know in the real world, because I have so many talented people, and not even, this just goes beyond like entertainment industry wise, just friends, because most of my like friends from hometown or college weren't in the entertainment biz. So they are, people that are lawyers, accountants, finance, tech, like people like that. And it's just so many people that in their own life they could do so many great things, but they have the mental blockers that a lot of us have of pushing it off and just waiting for these dates. And I think it's an internal battle too, because I think a lot of us have this thing where we're really like in constant combat with ourselves, because it's a part of us that's saying, hey, stop it. Let's stop the waiting. Let's keep it going. But then another part of us is like, well, can I do that? And another part of us is like, okay, but that takes a lot of time and effort. But then the other part of us is like, well, yeah, but that's why we need to do it, because this is not working. Am I projecting? Am I projecting, guys? My bad. I'm sorry. But but if you do get what I'm saying, go ahead and comment so I don't look crazy. But yeah, it's just, I feel that a lot of us can have this internal battles inside of our head, and it just costs us a lifetime, literally, because starting yesterday is going to help future you yesteryear. That made no sense, but you saw the vision. Start yesterday. A year, 2, 10, 30. Ooh. Oh, I gagged y'all with that one, my bad. But just know that the sooner the better, okay? And another thing that kind of goes with this is that the clock keeps moving anyway, whether you start today or in 10 years, because I think a lot of people think that when you do something that you want to do, but maybe you're scared to do, maybe you're not fully comfortable doing right now, you think that with time you'll have the better clarity, and with time you'll have the bandwidth to really just say, okay, no, I'm not scared no more. Or no, this is fine to do. Or I can do this at any moment in time. But in reality, time is not, it's moving anyway. And you're not going to develop that sense in your head over time. It happens through doing the action. It happens through actually pushing through, even when you're scared, even when you may not feel like you can, but just doing it anyway. That's when over time you start to feel the fruits of your labor, when you start to really just see the progress that you're making, and you're like, okay, I'm more comfortable, because nobody just walks up onto a stage. Maybe it's a dance studio, you don't know the choreo, you don't know the routine, but you're like, okay, I feel fully confident just because I waited 10 years to do this dance and now I can do it. Versus somebody that's been going to the dance class maybe once a week for the last 6 months or a year, and now they're like, oh yeah, like a new routine, I got this, come on, let's just do this. It develops over time. It's not you waiting for this moment and then, oh yeah, I got it. It's you doing the thing repeatedly. Even me, in 2 weeks, I'm going to another film event with people locally in my community. And I went to my first one like 3 weeks ago. I went to my second one last week. And even just the tremendous difference that I felt with going to that second event, film networking event, was crazy, because I was a lot more confident this time, and I felt a lot more at ease. I felt a lot more chill, just to put it plainly. Oh, did I just break something? Okay, no, I didn't. Anyways, but we're good. So doing that is, girl, I lost my train of thought. I'm not even gonna lie. That gags me. So me going to the event, it really just, the second time solidified that, okay, just repeat. And now when I went that second time, I feel more comfortable talking to people, more comfortable meeting new people and having chats and just talking about film, because at the end of the day, we're all people. Well, at that specific event, we love like making things, we love artwork, we love creating, and that's automatically a story starter, automatically a conversation that we can have, because we have this genuine and mutual connection for the love and the craft. And hey, what if we make some crafts together? That's a bonus, right? But obviously I was still nervous to, go, because at the end of the day, I'm meeting people, talking and chatting. And granted, the first time I went with a friend, the second time I didn't go with a friend, but I met up with friends that were there. So I do have a good support system around, like people that, we're constantly intertwined with. But I just know next week when I go, I may be a little bit more confident in talking to people and just having chats. And then maybe it shows in me and I open up, and then people are like, wow, okay, cool. And I just know after a while of consistently going to events and meeting people that also love the craft, it's just going to be inevitable that I'm going to loosen up and open up and be more comfortable with people and better my skills of just talking and chatting and being in a network. Because guys, like, you know, the industry, you definitely have to meet people and talk to people, and that's what I'm going out of my comfort zone and doing. So I want to say that don't wait for it, because you can do it as well. That was random. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you got some type of something from it, whoever you are. You know, I do have my sporadic bursts of energy and bursts of thoughts, but gotta love it, right? Thank y'all for watching. I love y'all so much, and bye.